Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, my name is Melissa. Today we're going to talk about how to get 100% comfortable on a motorcycle. I'm going to be using my 2023 Kawasaki Ninja 400 to demonstrate some of the things that we are going to learn how to do today. Essentially, this video is just for if you've never even been on a bike before, but you are looking into purchasing one, or you have purchased one, but you maybe are a little bit afraid or kind of freaked out by it. We're gonna get you 100% comfortable on it so that you can get up and get going and start your riding journey, my friend. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So number one thing that I did when I first got it, because I was obsessed to say the least, was I just went and sat on it. So literally, let me just, kickstand is down. I'm just literally sitting on it, haven't moved it at all. And we're just gonna sit here on it. Put both of our feet up on the pegs and just get kind of used to it. Another thing that you can do is, and I don't have my passenger seat on, but you can also, let me put down the pegs for the passenger seat. You can also sit on your passenger seat. Oh, there we go. And get used to the feeling there as well. And it can be kind of scary. And now I know my bike pretty well, so this doesn't scare me at all, but if you're brave, you can kind of wiggle the bike around and just to play around with how that feels and the wiggle room that you have there from the passenger seat. If you are flexible enough, move your legs around. Sit side saddle, kind of like this. You can sit on the side just like this and just hang out on your bike. I can't tell you guys, when I first got this thing, I had it in our garage and I sat on it in weird ways, just like this, and watched YouTube videos and scrolled on my phone and just kind of hung out with the bike. If you're wanting to, you can even honestly just put, as silly as this might seem, you can lay on your bike like so. Be careful of what's on the bottom of your shoes, because you don't want to mess anything up. But seriously, just lay here, kind of hang out, and hang out with your bike and admire its beauty and do all those fun things. All right, so once you've sat on it for a bit, you can just, let me just swing my leg over. Now that we've sat on it for a while, let's actually pick the bike up and get used to the weight of it. There's a myth that you have to be able to flat foot your motorcycle, and that is just not true. As long as you can hold up your bike with one foot, that's all that needs to happen. We are just gonna rock the bike back and forth. And again, we're not, put both my feet down, we're not leaning it super, super hard. We're just getting used to the weight of the motorcycle. And eventually you'll get to the point where this is super boring and you can do this all day, as we can see. Super easy peasy, right? All right, so now that you're comfortable just sitting on your bike in all types of kind of oddball ways, we're actually going to start moving the motorcycle a little bit. I really should have cleaned this thing, but I didn't, and I apologize that it's a little bit dirty. Okay, here we go. What we are going to do is put our hands on our bars. You might have to lean forward a little bit depending on what type of bike you are, and you're literally just gonna push it forward. And just kind of walk it, and then you're gonna push it back. Be careful of the kickstand. If you're not used to exactly where it is, it might get in your way on your left foot here, so just keep that in mind. But you're just gonna do this. Walk the bike up and push it backwards. Walk the bike up and push it backwards. So now that we're moving it backwards and forwards in a straight line, we are going to do this at an angle. So what we're gonna do is, holding the bike steady, our kickstand is still down for now, we're gonna turn the bars all the way, as far as they can go, to the right. And you're gonna, again, push the bike forward, and you're gonna push the bike backwards. We're gonna do that a couple times. Push the bike forward. And pushing this backwards. What this is doing is teaching you the feel of how big your turn radius is. Every bike is different. Again, opposite side. and push it backwards. And we're gonna do that one more time. Just push it forwards, we're walking the bike. The bike isn't even on yet. We're just getting comfortable on it, right? And backwards, and straight again. So once you've done that several times and you are comfortable with that, we are going to start adding in a little bit of brake to get you used to that feeling. Depending on how big your bike is, how hard your grip strength is, the brake pad wear that you have is all gonna determine how this feels in your actual right hand. Because what we don't want to have happen is when you first get up and going, you actually grab a handful of brake and you brake too hard and tip the bike over or skid, depending on if your bike has ABS or not. So this is going to get you used to what your brakes actually feel like and what it takes to actually stop. So we're gonna do the same exact exercise that we did just now, the forwards and backwards, and then the side to side. We are going to utilize the front brake. I'm gonna walk it forward, brake, and walk it backward and brake. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm gonna do it one more time. Watch what happens to the front end of my bike when I grab a bunch of brake. You ready? See how it went down? So that brake pad is grabbing your front rotor and the suspension is catching it to go down. So again, these are all good feelings to develop so that you get to know your bike right away. So slow speed maneuvers like this can get you in trouble, especially if you are not used to it. So just be very mindful that we want really soft, light hands on the brake to start out with as you are learning. And what I mean by that is, let me just come up and a little bit closer to the camera here so that you can see my front brake here. So we want to ideally have soft hands in everything that we do as new riders. So we never want to do that and grab 50 pounds of pressure on the front brake. Same thing with the throttle. We never want to go and whiskey throttle it, right? We just want a little bit of time, a hair and some air throttle to give it a little bit as we go. Same thing with the brake. If we do 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, 6%, and so on and so forth, and progressively brake, that's gonna be a lot better of a skill to have versus a hard and fast brake. Again, for this exercise, we are learning our bike, so we want to know the difference and what it feels like for us on our particular motorcycle and setup versus what a handful of brake feels like and what a little bit of progressive braking feels like. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense. So we did all of that sitting. If you are really brave, we can try all of that standing as well. Just be mindful of your kickstand. Sometimes the kickstand can actually get in your way, not in a good way. So depending on your comfortability level, you can put the kickstand up for these ones. But again, we're just gonna do the same kind of exact thing that we did before. We are gonna walk the bike forward and bring the bike back. Be careful of your foot peg as well. I have many bruised shins and I just probably got another one just now because I forgot. And then do that a couple times, and then same thing. We are going to turn the bars all the way that we can and go back. This is not anything fancy. This is honestly kind of boring, you guys, but I'm telling you, if you are afraid or have any type of fear at all, nervousness, this is going to really help it because you're going to get to know your motorcycle a lot better. So be mindful in the braking. It is very possible that you are going to grab too much brake on accident and drop your bike. So just be mindful to not do that, but we are going to keep our hand over the brake and push down, stop the bike, and then backwards, same thing. Watch, careful for that foot peg. Nice and easy brake. Put it back to the other side, nice and easy. Perfect, and back again. All right, I went and got my key. We are going to turn the motorcycle on. Again, we're not gonna be riding anywhere, but we are going to work on throttle control at a standstill. So let's go ahead and get into that. All right, we'll get on our back. So for this, we are going to stand the bike up We'll still keep the kickstand down. We're not shifting it into first. We are going to stay in neutral, but we are going to practice our throttle control. I don't know if you guys know what a whiskey throttle is or whiskey throttling, but that is where a lot of newbies will grab a fistful of throttle and twist it, and they loop the bike, and it ends in disaster. We are going to avoid that. You, my friend, are not going to be a victim of whiskey throttling if you do this. We are going to grab our clutch and fully engage that all the way in. We are going to add in a little bit of throttle, and we are just going to put in 5%. That was way more than 5%. That was a really bad example. Sorry, guys. All right, so we're gonna fully engage the clutch here. And we are just ever so slightly, a little teeny tiny, a hair and some air, add in a little bit of throttle. There we go, perfect. And let it go. So we obviously heard, you will see your RPMs go up, but we just wanna practice that. What does it feel like to actually give it enough gas to kind of get up and going? So that's a little bit above 2,000 RPM for me. There's 3,000. And back down again. Kill the bike so that you guys can hear me a bit better. So I would not suggest doing that for very long periods of time, and maybe only do it once or twice. It does make your engine really hot really fast, which can be detrimental if you do it a lot. So just for the best for your bike, just do that sparingly. Again, everyone's bike is different. Everyone's hand strength is different. My hand strength is gonna be different than yours. So that means my 5% could possibly be like your 1%, or your 10% could be my 5%. Maybe I'm a bit stronger than you. I highly doubt it, because my hand strength really sucks, but it's very possible. So I really hope that this helps you guys. If you end up trying it out, let me know in the comments. I would really love to hear how this helped you, if any. So thanks so much again for watching this video, you guys. As always, be sure to like this video if it helped you at all. Share it to someone who is going to be getting a motorcycle. Motorcycle. That's a first. I've never said that before in my whole life. Anyway, share this with someone who is looking to get into motorcycles or has one and could benefit from these exercises to get comfortable with their bike. And of course, make sure you click that subscribe button and click that bell notification so that you never miss a ride with us. So thank you guys so much again for joining me, and I'll see you next time. A fun thing if you want to challenge yourself, if you've ever done horseback riding lessons as a kid, you will have done this one before. On our bike here again, kickstand is obviously down, and carefully, don't kick anything, but we will do an around the world to both sides. So we'll kick our leg over and backwards, find our other foot peg on this side, oh gosh, and flip around all the way. And of course, we got to do it the opposite way as well to be even. So same thing, flipping around. There we go. And then finding the other foot peg, and there we go. So that's an around the world if you want to challenge yourself to do that as well from just a standstill.